Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Geneva. I'm Alex Porter, a speech student from Mr. Breakus' class, and I'll be anchoring here at GTV this week. In today's show, Mr. Rogers joins us to tell us more about wearing masks in school and a look at what clubs are back in full force. All that and so much more, because GTV News starts right now. It's Wednesday, September 1st, and here are your morning announcements. As of Monday, the state of Illinois is under a statewide indoor mask mandate. Here at Geneva High School, as you know, we've been required to wear masks since the start of the school year. GTV reporter Charlie Hood sat down with Principal Tom Rogers to tell us more about what this means for our school and our students. Charlie?
Thank you, Alex. Joining me here today, we have Tom Rogers, principal of Geneva High School, to talk about the mask mandate. So, how has the mask mandate been implemented in the right ways at Geneva High School this year?
Thanks, Charlie. I've got really nothing but compliments to start off this morning. Really appreciate the level of compliance that our students and our faculty and staff have adhered to as we've started this school year. It was kind of a little bit of a last-minute mandate that was shared with us by the state of Illinois, indicating that we had to come to school with masks on. But as I've said to many audiences so far, if masks is the only thing that we have to worry about this year, and it allows us to move forward with a semi-normal year, then I'm grateful for that. So I appreciate the fact that everyone is, for the most part, complying with our mask mandate.
All right, thank you. What do you believe we need to improve on?
So having complimented everyone, I do believe there are some improvements we could make. I understand the issue of mask fatigue, but there's a new mandate out as of Monday, and that is that all people in the state of Illinois have to wear masks when they're indoors. So it's not something that we have to do differently here at school. Now it's just a normal thing. So having said that, I know that there are some people, due to mask fatigue, that are choosing not to wear their masks properly at times in the hallways. I know I've heard reports of some people who are not wearing masks properly in their classrooms. What I would ask is that we all recognize the importance of wearing the masks properly at all times while we're in the building. Please meet those expectations. And I have to say, I'm really impressed when students arrive at school. 99% of the people arriving at school, and the entrance that I've been at, 100% of students are either arriving with a mask or they're getting a mask as soon as they get there. So please keep that up. But now we've got to wear them properly throughout the entire school day.
Why is it so important we make these improvements?
That's the important part of this message this morning. Students, we're all doing this to protect one another. You've heard me mention on a few occasions that what we're doing with masks on, but that allows us to have a normal school year. I think I've mentioned before, this corn boil on the first night of the school year was an awesome way to get the school year started, and that felt normal. I just was in a meeting yesterday where we're talking about homecoming activities. That feels normal. Being in school, all of us together, feels normal. I hesitate to even mention the word hybrid or remote learning because we don't want to ever have to go back to that. And that's why these masks are so important. And another word that people never liked to hear last year was the word quarantine. If you aren't wearing your mask properly and sitting next to a fellow classmate and unfortunately you determine that you've tested positive somewhere down the road, if you're not wearing that mask properly, you've now caused the person sitting next to you or in front of you or to the left of you or maybe behind you to have to quarantine. And we want to avoid that at all costs this year. That's why it's so important to wear these masks properly in the halls and to wear those masks properly in the classrooms. We're all on the same team. We're all in this together. And if we all stick together, then we can continue moving forward in a positive direction and have an awesome 21-22 school year. So please, let's all work together and let's do this thing the way it's meant to be done.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers, for coming down and talking to us about the mask mandate. Now back to you at the desk, Alex.
Thanks, Charlie. In other news, we are happy to announce that Skaldic is back in full force this year. They are looking for anyone who is interested in graphic design, magazine layout, and fundraising. Meetings are every Tuesday after school in room B126, and no experience is necessary to join. Email Mrs. Peters or DM GHS Skaldic on Instagram for any questions. And German Club is having their first meeting tomorrow after school in room J240. See Frau Swedenbank for more details on how to sign up. If you are interested in business and marketing, then DECA may be the club for you. They will be having their first weekly meeting tomorrow after school in room E170. If you have any questions, email Mrs. Dunlap for more information. And if drawing and painting is more your thing, then Art Club is the place for you. Art Club will be Wednesdays after school in room D163 from 3 to 4. If you have any questions, contact Mr. Osner for more info. English Honor Society will be meeting today in A100 after school. If you already went to the meeting on Monday, then you don't need to go to this one today. And now for a look at today's weather. A light sweater might be your friend today because we're only going to get a high of 78 and a low of 59. And now here's 3 to know before we go. Educators Rising will be meeting today in room EE180 after school today. Don't forget to order your homecoming t-shirts by September 7th. And if you want to help build the homecoming floats, they will be meeting in the garage across from the staff parking lot on September 7th at 3:30. Well, guys, that's all I have for you today. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Geneva.